Welcome to the Through Lang podcast. I'm the co-host Bryson. I'm here
I'm
with
Talon.
I'm Lane. It's Bryce's first time doing this, so he's kind
bear
of
with bear with me,
it,
guys.
We're
kind
good.
of
We're good.
busted.
We're good.
Um, but I guess we're going to start off today. It's a slow week. Winners and losers of the offseason for the NBA.
So
Nuggets.
who's my number one winner? I've liked what the Rockets did. I like the 7-team trade. That was crazy.
Which made no sense. Like
That
how
was
everything
crazy.
worked.
I like getting rid of Jalen Green. He was kind of too sporadic.
Yeah,
And obviously bringing in Kevin Durant's going to be good. I feel like they didn't give up too much for him. I feel like they've had a pretty good offseason so far, at least.
I read
Yeah.
this thing where it was like Kevin Durant's only like 1,700 points behind Michael Jordan. Do we ever think he's going to pass that, or you think we're going to retire before he gets there?
1,700. That's not a lot. if
That's
we're
about-
being
That's like
honest.
2 seasons.
and I mean he'll definitely pass it. I think this will be a year where he gets a lot of breaks.
Yeah.
I
'Cause if you want me to be honest, with what the Rockets have done, they're probably contenders for sure.
100%.
Oh yeah,
Because they were already, and they kind of got rid of that piece that was like iffy. Because like you needed Jalen Green to win, but he wasn't always there. And so
Yeah.
you get rid of that.
And then you add Clint Capella and Dorian Finney-Smith. I really like
Dorian Finney-Smith for how much money they paid was such a good signing.
No, they overpaid the fire out of him.
You think?
He's going to be 36 at the end of
I
that
thought
deal.
they didn't pay him that much.
It's like $15 million a year.
Oh,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
that's
Dude,
That's
I don't
more
think he
than I thought.
deserves that.
That was more
I
than
don't
I
think he
thought.
deserves
Well,
that.
He does not. He's a heck of a player, but does not deserve that money.
Yeah. 15 mil is too much. I thought it was less.
Was it the Pelicans that brought in Jordan Poole? I seen that Jordan
Oh,
Poole left?
Lord.
He went to the Pelicans, right?
Don't get me started on the Pelicans.
Oh,
I kind of like the direction they're going in, but I think they're going at a weird. I like the direction, but I don't like the path they're taking. If you know what I'm saying.
I don't even consider the Pelicans a team. Like, it's just, they're kind of just there.
Yeah, New Orleans as a whole right now is sucking it up. I'm not
For
gonna lie.
real.
Dude,
All they have is LSU baseball.
they move up from 23 to 13, and they're probably going to be bad next year. So they give up their unprotected first-round pick next year, which is probably going to be a top 5 pick, just to move up for Derek Queen, who is a dog.
I think he's got NBA talent. If you want to be
But
honest,
it's a redundancy at the position because you have Missy at
Yeah.
center, Zion at power forward. It makes no sense.
Yeah, I was like, he's a really good. He's a dog, great player. I loved watching him in college. But like, is he is he for that team though? It's like how if LeBron
that
went to
good
like
to-
some other team.
Is he that good to trade up for when you already have spots like filled in?
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
something
and-
like that.
Is it them signaling that this is the last year with Zion on the team?
Yeah, they could
And
be.
And if it fails, you then ship Zion off and you give Derek Queen the keys.
I think his last year should have been 2 years.
2 years ago.
at least.
There's no point because you're building this team around him, and plus they've had terrible injury help. They keep getting hurt, but it's just like at some point you've got to give up. I don't understand the moves for Jeremiah Fears, and then you bring in Jordan Poole.
I think I see the potential in Jeremiah Fears, but I think he's a little too raw right now to go up to get kind of early.
And Jordan Poole, I'd say is a rich man's Jalen Green.
Yeah.
I just don't like. I mean, the ball because you have DeJounte Murray, Gordon Hawkins, Trey Murphy. Like at some point, you've got to make your mind up, and Zion on who's going to get the ball.
Yeah.
Especially with that team all being young, they're all going to want the ball.
Yeah, they're going to want to shoot. And Trey Murphy was getting hot, so that brother's going to want to shoot the basketball. How are we doing this? I definitely think they're a loser. I just don't. They're middle ground. Undecided.
I think I've liked what the Grizzlies have done so far. I think the draft was good. They got the dude from Washington State, which is where Jalen Wells was from.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They haven't done much else, have they?
No, they're trading Jay Huff, which I think was smart. Where they trade him to again?
I don't know.
That was this morning or last night. Speaking of last night in Summer League, Ace Bailey looked awful. Oh, Jay Huff's going to the Pacers.
Yes.
If you want to talk about a loser, the Pacers have lost the offseason.
You want to talk about the weirdest team in the offseason?
The Milwaukee Bucks.
The Milwaukee
What
Bucks.
are we doing?
I don't know what's
it's
going to
crazy.
happen. I don't know if any of it's going to work, but they're doing something.
I've heard some crazy stuff. Like I'm not really big into NBA trade like I am in the NFL, but I've already heard like speaks of Giannis leaving. I've heard him. I've heard talks from the Knicks, going to the Knicks. I've heard him.
There's been a lot. Yeah,
talk
there's
to
been
him.
a lot of random
Yeah,
stuff.
Golden State was a big one too.
If you want me to be honest, I think he ends up staying because I don't think he wants to leave. But if they don't make him happy, he'll definitely.
In the next 2 weeks, if they don't formulate a trade for a point guard, or a signing, he probably requests out.
Yeah,
because is KPJ your starting point guard?
Yeah, him or Gary Trent.
Unless you go
really a point guard,
unless you go for Chris Paul, right?
Which is I've heard that was a big. They're pushing for that
because that's the only one that makes sense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, does Chris Paul at this point in his career move the needle? Because you still have Kyle Kuzma, but Kyle Kuzma is god awful. So
Miles Turner is just a really big signing. That's a really nice.
Yeah, he's not much of an offensive weapon anymore.
Definitely not. Lobbing up 3-pointers from 5 foot out, dude. Like Steph Curry range. I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
Someone that I liked in this offseason were the Hawks.
Oh yeah, the Hawks have
Kennard, KP
is looking good.
Bringing in KP, Nall, and Luke Kennard. I thought those were big moves.
I like the Luke Kennard signing too because Luke Kennard he's a very nice 3-and-D type of player.
I've said this for all along. Trae Young is a poor man's Steph Curry.
Yeah,
and he said that to me earlier.
Yeah, what that type of player needs are shooters around him because they're going to dribble penetrate or get double teamed. They need to pass it out. And you got a phenomenal shooter in Luke Kennard and a good shooter in Nickeil Walker-Alexander and KP. And then you drafted Asa Newell, who I've been saying this for a while. Asa Newell needed to go to the Hawks. There was no business not drafting him. And then you get Jalen Johnson back and everything.
The defense is going to be crazy.
A team that I think that lost this offseason too, the Trailblazers. What are we doing?
They don't do anything. I don't
why are we drafting another center?
Yeah, I did not understand that.
Is it true that the Bucks cut ties with Damian Lillard? I seen that the other day.
Oh yeah,
their thinker. They did.
Oh yeah, they waived him.
Really?
They waived him crazy. To bring in Miles Turner.
The stupidest thing.
Really?
And that's why Giannis. That's why Giannis.
So your superstar big man needs another big man, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, and it's weird. They're completely different players though. But it's also you aren't going to have Damian Lillard next year. And I think what it looks like is that they want to compete this year, this next upcoming year.
The issue is they had the point guard of the future and AJ Johnson.
Yeah, and they just got rid of him.
And he looked. Listen, if the way he played with the Wizards is what he looked like at practice, and in the G League, I don't know how you get rid of him.
Yeah.
This brother looks like an absolute freak.
Yeah.
Absolute athletic freak, which if you give Giannis another athletic freak, they can just two-man it and just harass people at the rim. And I just don't know. The Wizards have had a fantastic offseason. The amount of talent. They brought in Dylan Jones for a second-round pick, who was a first-round pick last year. They just got Cam Whitmore for 2 seconds. So I'm a Cam Whitmore fan. That brother can play. And just the amount of talent they have on that team. I think the Wizards, they're not going to be good. By all means. They're not going to be good. They're going to be fun.
But making good moves, though.
For the future. They've addressed the point guard position multiple times. The Nets, talking about point guards, drafting 3 of them in the first round because
that's another team where I don't even know if they're I don't even know if they're in the league anymore.
Yeah, the Wizards this year kind of reminded me of Lob City, how they were never going to compete for a title, but they were so fun to watch. Yeah. And the Brooklyn Nets when they had D'Angelo Russell, that kind of team.
Yeah,
it was fun to
watch.
The
Nets have went so downhill so fast,
and it's because they bought into the Kyrie Irving plan like that. And all along, if they had just stuck to what they wanted to do,
I don't understand how you ever draft 3 point guards in the first round.
And they're the exact same types.
They're exactly the same.
They have to have the ball in their hands. They can't shoot, and they're mid at defense.
Can't shoot. That's the bit.
Player 3 times.
It's all just elite passing, good dribbling, can't shoot, can't play defense. And they got 3 of them.
And how are they going to play? You also have Cam Thomas, Got to have the ball in his hand. You've got Nicholas Claxton. They drafted Drake Powell. You have someone else, Michael Porter Jr. You just traded for. Again, kind of like with the other the Pelicans, the ball can only go so many ways.
Yeah. It's just that's one of the weirdest drafts I've just ever seen. Like I don't understand that.
Watching the draft classes of every team, I'm like, okay, interesting. Suns, what are we doing? Why are we just traded for Mark Williams? Guess who we're also drafting? Come on, Molly.
Yeah, that was
Oh, and guess what? We still have Nick Richards on the squad. I think they're definite losers of the offseason.
I think a team who really just hadn't done anything, but they drafted their player. I mean, the Spurs. The Spurs are set up to be dominant, I think.
But did they have to make a move?
No, they didn't have to do anything.
I mean, they let Chris Paul walk, and I think this team is better without him because they drafted Dylan Harper.
Dylan Harper is going to be incredible, I think.
I said this to you when they won that second overall pick. It's over. It's over. There's going to be two teams now, three that run the West.
Because Dylan Harper's one of those players where if Cooper Flag wasn't in this draft, he's the guy.
Yes,
and he's a pretty good recent first overall pick. I mean, he's pretty up there.
And he doesn't have to be the main guy.
Exactly.
Like he's the fourth option. The number 2 overall pick is the fourth option on this team because you have Victor Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, and then Dylan Harper.
That's 4 of your starting 5.
And then you have Devin Vassell wherever he goes, Jeremy Scotchawan, and Keldon Johnson. The young core.
They're gonna be crazy. I mean,
the only issue is OKC has so many first round picks.
Yeah,
I just don't know
what you do.
Like they drafted Thomas Sorber, and the thing was like, oh, he's not playing for 2 years. Like he's just going to develop, and then when like Isaiah Hartenstein,
he's going to be good. He's just going to be good.
Yeah, like Isaiah Hartenstein's going to leave, and they're just going to be like, yeah, not going to pay him.
Throw him in.
Like it's just the Rockets have 3 years max to win this thing. The Spurs have a decade, and OKC has a decade.
If you want me to be honest, I don't see OKC losing next year, and I could see an OKC 3-peat for sure.
That's yeah.
It's the first time in probably 6 or 7 years that you can look at a team and you're like, that team's going to go win it all.
Well, and the East has nobody.
No
the
competition.
Knicks, this happened since the last episode. They signed Mike Brown, and I love that move.
Yes, I thought that was a great signing.
The identity of the team, which is defensive first, but you bring in a guy who's more new school, been to the finals before, great head coach, kind of became the scapegoat of Sacramento because Sacramento's just purgatory.
Yeah,
which they don't make Sacramento. You want to talk about a team that's not real? Sacramento's not real.
Yeah. Another one of those. After last season, they're just they're in the league,
But you bring in Yabusele. Yeah. That's a great pick for 76ers. You bring in Jordan Clarkson, a spark off the bench, something you needed. You get a backup big. I love the moves they've made. I love the hiring of Mike Brown.
I do too.
He was like coach of the year 4 years ago.
Yeah.
That team looks good, but like at the same time, can you win with Jalen Brunson and Cat? Like that. Yeah. That's the thing where I'm like, I haven't seen it yet. Love to see it, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I feel like New York matched up against OKC a little bit better than Indiana did, but Indiana just outdid New York.
What Indiana did was crazy. I think they were hands down winning that game if Halliburton doesn't go down. I think they were about to run away with it, if you want me to be honest. I felt like that took
the game of his life.
That took everything out of the Pacers. I mean, that's the only thing that couldn't happen, which it's going to happen whenever you playing on a hurt. What do you have a
hurt calf? Same thing Kevin Durant did.
Yeah.
Exact same thing Kevin Durant did.
It happens every time.
And the Pacers are going to be bad this year. No Miles Turner. No Tyrese Halliburton. That's no hate on TJ McConnell. TJ McConnell is a dog.
I was about to bring that up.
That brother deserves a raise. I don't care. He's got 3 years on his deal. That brother deserves at least $15 million a year.
He's a dog.
Yeah. I was going to bring that up where you were like how it was such a hit whenever Tyrese Halliburton went down. I think it was less of like oh dang, all of our talent's gone. I think it was more of like a morale thing because even whenever he was on the floor,
it's just kind of like the life just got sucked out of.
Because TJ McConnell played like a dog.
But TJ McConnell, I don't think they didn't they were definitely motivated. You could tell they didn't give up. They didn't think they were going to lose. But I mean, whenever he's 3 for 4, 9 points, and you're 5 minutes into the game, and he goes down, you're like, well, I mean, it just hurts.
Well, it's kind of like the KD injury. Like KD had 7 points in 3 minutes, and you're like, okay, and then you're like, Achilles, and it just sucks the air out of the room. Yeah. I think Tyrese Halliburton, like KD, you could have been like, brother, like you've got Stephen Clay. There's no business to play. The Tyrese Halliburton, he had to play. Like I don't like he had to play or not win a chip, and you may not ever make it back again.
Which, if you're the chip, there's not really an injury where if I'm allowed to go play on it, I would.
I'm not playing. Yeah, like I'm playing.
Like the only ways if I physically can't get up and move. Like I'm taking medicine. You're icy hot and everything. I'm playing in a game 7.
Yeah, I'm going. And I like you just can't hate. You can't hate on that. Like I love Tyrese Halliburton for it.
Yeah, I don't think no one was hating on him. It's so unfortunate because it's always they always tear the Achilles.
He took 2 hits that game. One obviously one that did put him out, and then there was one before where he got knocked down, and then there was a timeout. I think that I feel like if the coach would have seen that he got hit, obviously with Tyrese it being the Game 7 NBA Finals, he might have seen it, and Tyrese was like, put me back in. But I feel like if they would have pulled him out at that break, maybe he would have been able to play a little bit longer.
Yeah, there's a lot of what ifs that could have done it. It's just.
I agree. The Pacers probably would have won it, and now it's a shame to see they lose Miles Turner. They talk about wanting to pay the luxury tax, but they don't want to go. They don't want to give Miles Turner the money he deserves. Yeah. And now, I mean, they like Isaiah Jackson's going to be the starting big, and then TJ McConnell starting at point guard. It does not look. Oh, Nembhard can start at point guard. You can start Benedict Mathurin at the 2.
I Mathurin could break out. I think Mathurin.
I've been a Benedict Mathurin supporter since he came out of college.
Yeah,
his motor is insane.
He could definitely be a breakout.
The Cavs have done good. The Lonzo Ball trade. Isaac Okoro should have left 2 years ago.
Yeah,
and they get Lonzo.
I think Lonzo Ball is not a bad pickup at all coming off the bench.
No, I think it's fantastic. He's your backup point guard now.
Yeah,
for the second unit, and because Darius Garland's so injury prone, when you need him most, you just throw him back out there. You got Lonzo, good defense, good facilitator. I don't hate the move. Yeah, I don't hate it at all.
Yeah, I don't hate the move at all.
I low-key love what Boston did because Boston wasn't going to be this good. Wasn't going to be good anyway. Without JT. So they traded KP, bring in a young center who can kind of just mess around this year and kind of just F around and figure it out. And
the Celtics probably won't. I would say won't end up doing much this year.
I mean, it's so wide open that the Orlando Magic probably can win the East.
Yeah.
I don't think win the chip. I think they can win the East.
Do they have any standout players on the Orlando Magic, or is this all a good team?
Paolo Banchero.
Paolo Banchero.
I forgot about Paolo Banchero.
He is good.
Exactly. This team is so underrated.
And the Pistons are.
Oh my!
Yeah, I was gonna say Cade Cunningham is a sleeper.
Got a chance.
Well, and the signings: Karis LeVert, Duncan Robinson. They brought in another shooter.
Duncan, I forgot they got Duncan. Duncan. Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson are good pickups.
That's a good bench unit. The
thing is with Cade Cunningham is that if you give him pieces around him, he will get rid of the ball and give it to him. He's not one of those superstars where he's gonna sit there and take all the shots. That's just not how he is. But if he needs to take over, he can. He's one of those where you can put anything you want around him.
Yeah. When they were 16 and 50 something, right? And he goes, "This team's better than that." And the way he carried himself, I was like, "That's a guy who good
leader. Good
leader.
Yeah.
He's not going to be the give me the ball. I'm going to do it. He's going to be let's do this as a squad." And I've loved it. I think Loki, if Asar Thompson can learn how to shoot at all, or Ron Holland, because they're very similar players.
Yeah.
They can't. Neither of them can shoot a 3, but if someone can learn to be just serviceable from 3,
yeah,
the Pistons are scary.
Yeah. If you can get kind of like a knockdown shooter, which they got Duncan Robinson, so I mean,
yes,
yeah,
but like you need a power forward / small forward. I don't think you start Duncan Robinson.
No, I don't think you would. I don't think you would either.
And Karis LeVert, I don't think you start him either. So you kind of have to sit there at the 3 with Asar Thompson and Ron Hall and be like, someone, please, for the love of the Lord, hit a 3.
Yeah, and then if you have Karis LeVert and Duncan Robinson coming off the bench, you're doing something right. I mean, that's good.
And then they have Paul Reed. Who else is on that bench? Let me look that up.
Cade Cunningham's like kind of how Lane was saying earlier. If Trae Young could get some like pieces around him, like he could because he'd get rid of the ball. I feel like that's how Cade Cunningham is because he's always getting double teamed. Because when you think of Detroit, you think of Cade Cunningham because he's just such a dominant player over there.
And one thing, like Trae Young's like just a big shooter. Cade Cunningham will like get into your teeth. He's kind of like a Shea with scoring wise.
Yes,
scoring wise.
A more facilitating SGA.
Yeah, more pass heavy, I would think.
Because right, like Trae Young, when it comes down to it, Trae Young does a little too much. Right,
Young, but he's also, I mean, obviously willing to pass. He's assist leader all the time. But it's also like. Cade, like they're kind of different because Cade will facilitate passes by attacking, which Trae does too. But Trae's also more of like a just kind of sit top of the key and find people, stuff like that. And Cade's more of a driver.
A team that I don't think gets talked about enough about their future. Speaking of the Pistons, is the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, with Lonzo or LaMelo and all them over there.
LaMelo. You've got Brandon Miller. You just drafted Con Knuppel. Liam McNeely.
Con could be a superstar.
One of the best shooters in basketball.
If pieces fall right and he ends up being good, he could be amazing.
Yeah. And then you draft your power forward. They drafted, right? So all you had is your future. You had Trey Man, but like he's your 6th man. So you had LaMelo at the 1, Brandon Miller at the 2.
Yeah.
So you needed 3, 4, and 5. You then, this year, with your first 3 picks, go 3, 4, and 5. You go Con Knuppel at the 3, Liam McNeely at power forward, and then
and McNeely, a very raw talent, but he could be really good too.
Could be very good.
And again, be really
another
good.
Guy this year who can just mess around.
Yeah, he can really he can play. He'll probably end up playing starter minutes almost sometimes because the Hornets will not be good. I don't think even if both of them pan out, they still don't really have a chance of being good. And they're going to go out there and already get that experience. It's going to be big, I think.
And then you got the guy they drafted in the early 2nd round, Kalbriner, the big 7-footer.
Kalbriner, yes.
He's going to be good.
From Creighton,
he's going to be good. I love the moves. They're not going to be good right now.
No,
but like for future and exciting terms, they've done a fantastic job. I mean, wonderful. And they signed Mason Plumlee. Love it. I love it.
That's not going to be a bad signing. I mean,
No, I agree. I think Mason Plumlee's a dog, low-key.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
A signing I didn't really understand is why the Clippers signed Brook Lopez. Like why are we let Brook retire?
Brook Lopez is just he's interesting because he was so good, and then he just
isn't he the all-time points leader for Brooklyn
for the Nets? Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah,
he just chucks 35-foot threes for no reason. No,
like Miles Turner did in the finals, dude. That would take me out.
And it's like
he'll
he'll be on the wing and he'll get the ball and he'll stand there and he's like, I'll shoot it.
You're like, no,
I just don't get it. Like,
no,
I feel like every single time that he gets the ball, like you remember that old that commercial of like Paul George and Gatorade where he just shoot it, like he'd go slow motion, he'd shoot it, like
that's what
goes through his head.
Happened to his
that
mind.
goes through his
head
every time.
He's sitting there looking, he's like, I'll shoot this, and then
it's like first quarter. It's like first quarter, and he's like, I'm going to win it with this shot right here.
Like, he's not a bad 3-point shooter at all.
No,
really good 3-point shooter.
He came in the league terrible at shooting threes.
Yeah, but it's just his shot selection which wasn't good. I mean,
I think that's what hindered the Pacers with Miles Turner in the
finals.
Because Miles Turner, like Bryson said, because we were watching it, he's just chucking threes, and you're like, Miles, my brother, stop! Like you're not like just the rim.
I seen one. He went like 0-5. for 3-point.
Oh,
I'm like,
so
dude, and then
bad.
out of nowhere, he lobbed one up and hit one. I'm like, finally, dude, that's 3 points.
So
But,
it's like it's about
if
time.
you would have gave it to anybody else, they probably would have hit 3 of those.
Dude,
someone who we didn't even mention was Pascal Siakam. I love that dude. He's
dude,
so good.
Absolutely deserved the conference MVP.
Yes,
I love him. I've liked him since he played for Toronto.
I just wanted to mention him. Amazing play. He's so
Speaking
good.
about Pascal Siakam, what are the Raptors doing?
That's also another team where I'm like, I don't even know if they're in the league.
Like,
yeah, well, let's think about their past, right? They've had Kyle Lowry. He was a very good role player for a very long time. I don't think he was ever superstar level. Very good. You had DeMar DeRozan. He went to Chicago. You had recently Pascal Siakam.
Kawhi Leonard there for a year.
Kawhi Leonard also. That was the year that they won the chip.
I'll just never understand why
Freddie Van Vliet. Like you had so many players, and then none of them are there anymore. None of them.
I'll never understand why Kawhi left the Raptors. That's one of the craziest things that I've
to go with Paul George of all players
that I've ever witnessed.
Like that's two defensive juggernauts right there.
Was going there 1 year. You win a chip that year and then leave.
Yeah, just stay. Just stay.
I don't know. I don't even one more year.
Yeah, and it's not like he's chasing. Like it'd be different, right? If he was like, I just want one championship under my belt for my resume for Hall of Fame. But he won one with the Spurs.
He had already had one with the Spurs.
So it's not like he was like championship chasing. He just wanted the bag or something.
Okay, I just want to say this because Talon is a firm believer in this. Kawhi Leonard is not a Hall of Famer, and I now know. I now have a basis for this. He has Thaddeus Young career stats. Are you telling me Thaddeus Young?
Okay, but he's injury prone. He's
injury prone, but he also has the accolades. Did he win a Defensive Player of the Year, or did he not?
I
think he did 1 year.
Okay. So he has a DPOI. He has a Finals MVP, two Finals MVPs because he won it with the Spurs. He has 2 championships. That's like, I feel like that's not
even an argument. I don't even know.
I refuse.
I don't feel like that's an argument. I don't.
Okay. So are you telling me Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer?
I think 99 people say that Kawhi's Hall of Famer, and you're the one who says no.
Okay. Yeah. So is Derrick Rose a Hall of Famer?
No. Derrick Rose would have been a Hall of Famer.
Okay, exactly. But that's a completely different situation.
No, it's not. It's the same thing.
He had one injury that he never recovers from, like that he never came back the same.
He had 1 MVP. That's literally the only accolades he had.
That's all he had.
Why does he even have a seasonal MVP? He has a final.
He's got 2 chips and a DPOI.
He won the chip as a bench player. He was a throw-in for that title.
The Spurs was not him. But he got it. He got it.
Okay.
But I thought he won Finals MVP. Obviously, he did something right over there.
No, that was with the Raptors.
No, he won a Finals MVP twice.
He does have.
Or am I going insane?
I think
I'll look up right now.
I think he has 2. But with the Raptors was all him. And I put him in the Hall of Fame almost just from that postseason alone. No. Obviously you wouldn't.
Yeah, he won it. He won it in 2014 with the Spurs as well.
Yeah, I mean you can't 2 Finals MVPs.
So are you telling me SGA is a Hall of Famer right now?
Yes,
not yet.
I think he definitely will be.
I think he can be, but he's not right now.
I hate that stupid argument. I don't know how you think that.
Because he hasn't done enough. He has.
I don't know how you think that.
Of Thaddeus Young.
Career stats don't really matter. They matter to a sense, but
okay,
if career stats matter, then LeBron's better than Michael Jordan. If career stats matter,
because MJ has the accolades. MJ has 6 titles, 6 MVPs.
We were just talking about accolades, and you just threw that away.
But the MJ titles, for one, 3 of them, the last 3 were probably the best team of all time, second best team of all time. That's not all him.
And he had Scottie Pippen the whole time.
3 titles, defensive players of the years while he's doing it.
Listen,
it will go down on the hill that MJ's the best player of all time, and Kawhi Leonard's not an MVP. I would die on that hill.
I think that's the craziest. I think that's the craziest statement I've ever heard.
I think that is
Kawhi Leonard is not an MVP.
I see where he's coming from, but I don't agree with that 100%. I see where he's coming from. Yeah, but I still think that there's. He's like 35. He's like 33, 34. Yeah.
And when he played this year, he was amazing.
when
he
he
averaged
played.
21.5 points, Talon.
Okay,
that's good.
That is good, first of all.
Well,
But
yeah, but his standard
in the playoffs,
yes.
He's kind of a playoff riser too, which you got to put that in. Like Hall of Fame isn't just obviously it's not just stats. It's a big on stats, but if he rises up to the moment, that's going to help you in a Hall of Fame case.
Yeah, a lot of and I like I'm not really good. Like I used to be really into the NBA, so I'm going to use the NFL like slight kind of this. If a big factor of Lamar not being the best quarterback in the NFL is because he can't do anything in the playoffs, I feel like if Kawhi is the opposite and can't really do a lot in the regular season and does a lot in the playoffs, I feel like that should definitely raise him at least a little bit, right?
I would think, yeah. It's a take I don't agree with.
What has he done with the Clippers?
But I understand. I understand why you say it.
That's like me saying, what did LeBron? That's like me saying, what did Michael Jordan do on the Wizards? Not the Wizards, the Magic.
Wait, hold on, I'm tweaking. The brother was 40.
Yeah, no.
Kawhi's 34.
Kawhi went to the Clippers. He went to the Clippers looking for a dynasty, I think, there.
Yeah,
and he just kept getting hurt. But the injuries suck. But like that's not him playing bad though.
That's kind of like how the Brooklyn Nets were.
It's the injuries where I think it's costed him his MVPs, or not his MVPs, his Hall of Fame. I will die on this hill.
That's fair. That's fine.
That's not his fault though. That is not his fault that he got injured that much.
But is it Derrick Rose's fault that he got hurt?
No, I mean I'm not gonna say like give him a pity Hall of Fame because he got hurt. I just think he deserves it.
I think he deserves it too.
I think a two-time Finals MVP is hard to not end up in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, is Andre Iguodala a Hall of Famer?
Yeah, but does he have a DPO on his thing?
Andre Iguodala is just not Kawhi Leonard. Andre Iguodala got gifted. He held LeBron to 26 points a game in the finals, and they still gave him the MVP.
Yeah, it's the Finals MVP.
That's how good he was. That's how good LeBron was. That's how good Bron was. Held him to 26 a game, and you still get Finals MVP.
Andre Iguodala was the ultimate LeBron stopper.
No, that doesn't make any sense at all. But okay.
Well, they had played him since they were kids.
Fair enough.
Next topic, I really don't want to get into.
The last team that I think won was the Nuggets. If Jonas Valanciunas does not leave, which I think is arguably the dumbest thing in the world.
I don't disagree with that.
Like, why are you're going to probably a team that could probably win the chip, and you're like, I want to go play overseas again. Why?
Yeah. That just doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I don't understand.
Valanciunas is a good player. Like I respect him. I think he's
the Nuggets have to release him. If I'm the Nuggets, I'm like, we're not cutting you. Like you're stuck here. Like you're not like, no, do it once your contract's up. 2 years and you're done. Like just that you can then go overseas then. But I guess we'll go to Braves news now.
We have
this is going to be all y'all, by the way. I've not a lick of baseball, dude. I know more about the language Spanish than I know about baseball.
We don't need to be on this topic very long.
It's bad. The Braves are bad for mental health.
The Braves suck. The season is over. People are getting hurt. Chris Sale's out.
Mollenbach hurting his elbow literally killed our season.
He's out. He's on the 60-day IL. Ronald Acuna is slowing down. I don't think he's going to be bad, but I think he came out hot and now he's coming back down. He's back down, but he's kind of bad right now. We need to get him back. Matty Ice though, Matt Olson is cracked.
Our catching duo right now. Okay,
we gotta trade Sean Murphy.
No. I come back to the Sean Murphy thing. I come back. You know who we should trade?
Who?
Marcell Ozuna
and Sean Murphy in the package.
Because Sean Murphy could play at the catcher.
No, because then you Sean Murphy DH.
Yes, you can rotate
either
Drake
or.
And Sean Murphy at DH and rotate. So they're playing every day because both of them are playing better than Ozuna.
I cannot watch Stuart Fairchild play baseball starting for the Atlanta Braves. I can't watch it. Eli White.
Alex Verdugo starting.
Eli White I can deal with. Nick Allen, I love him.
Because of his defense.
When we get up to Stuart Fairchild, we're getting a little too far.
What gets bad is it always seems in pivotal moments of games, it's either Nick Allen or Michael Harris
Always.
who have to make critical at bats.
I don't even know if I can talk about Michael Harris. I don't even know if I can.
Dude, it's so bad. It's so bad.
He's the worst qualified hitter in baseball. They throw a pitch and he swings. Doesn't matter where it's at.
Eddie Rosario looked like a great batter. Like
I'm not even kidding. I would rather have Marcell Ozuna in center than have to watch Michael Harris bat.
No, Ozuna's so bad in center field. He can't even see the ball.
Watching Michael Harris swing it every single pitch is thrown, it ruins me because he was so good.
Well, I think that was luck. And looking back on it now, because he didn't walk a lot and he struck out a lot, right?
He's just so bad, and it doesn't feel because he wasn't that good he wasn't like really good last year. It doesn't feel like it's going to change. I don't.
It feels like that's who he is. But like,
I don't
if the
feel
rest
like
of the team is good, then it's fine. The issue is the team sucks, so he has to be a major player, and he can't be. Like you're just looking at it and you're like, yeah, Michael Harris is just not going to be that guy. Golden Glover, I'd say like Andrew Jones, maybe just a little bit worse offensively, and I don't.
We have three almost guaranteed Gold Glovers right now.
Yeah, Golden Glove.
Would Austin Riley get in the contention? Is he? I don't know much about
how many years.
Yeah,
it'd be Matt Olson, Nick Allen, and Michael Harris.
We got something. We had the best defense in the league by a long shot.
We have the best defensive rated team in baseball
by a long shot.
The only issue is we're one of the worst offensive teams in baseball.
The only issue is we scored 330 runs.
While we allow 450.
We have a +8 run differential, and we're 10 games behind 500. 11 now. We lost today. 11 games behind 500.
And don't get me started on yesterday, where like the bullpen game, like call Ian Anderson up. I don't care. Just I need a warm body for 4 innings.
Oh, I can't.
Aaron Bummer cannot start games. You cannot. We're not doing the Ray Kerr thing where we're stretching out a reliever, and then we're gonna make him a start. Like it's just not gonna work.
And I mean, all things considered, our bullpen isn't good, but our pitching is not why we're here. Pitching is not why we're here.
It's your offense.
We can't hit. If pitching goes in and allows 4 runs, that shouldn't mean an automatic loss. But it is.
Yeah, like we should not be guaranteed losing. And
we lost 2-1 today. We lost 2-1 today, I think.
Yes.
Good pitching game. You always take allowing 2 runs every time.
And like we pretty much have 1 starter, and that's Spencer Strider. And no 2, and Grant Holmes.
And honestly, Strider's still not. He's still not really looking.
Grant, okay, I just want to say this. Grant Holmes leads the team in innings pitched, and he was a reliever last year. He threw 60 innings, and he just crossed 100.
Like, I will say, I've liked what Grant Holmes been doing. Though.
Yes, but like we can't really lean on this guy to be.
But he can't be your guy. He can't be your guy.
Like he's gonna suck at some point. Like it's gonna happen. He's gonna get tired.
Okay. I think Bryce Elder is the worst pitcher that has ever went through the Major League Baseball. I think he's the worst pitcher to ever step foot on the diamond.
No, the Rockies.
No, I'm not even kidding.
The Rockies would like to contest you on that one. There's numerous guys on that team who have no business.
Bryce Elder,
baseball.
That is he throws BP. I saw a comment on Instagram, and it was about how Atlanta's having how they were hosting. He's like, yeah, and Bryce Elder's going to throw BP for the home run derby.
I was like 2 weeks ago, they allowed 7 runs in 2 innings, and you're like, Bryce, you just threw 8 shutout innings. How do you do this?
I don't understand. I don't get
it. I don't.
Everything that could have went wrong this season has found a way to go wrong.
And then Didier Fuentes, who really, let's be honest, has no business pitching in Major League Baseball right now. He's a solid prospect. There's a lot to like.
It's just too early. It's just
he's allowing a lot of hard.
He's allowing a lot of hard hit balls. It's just not. He's too raw right now.
You got to call up Ian Anderson. And I honestly, you roll with Davis Daniel. Like, I mean, I just
somebody.
Yeah. Because it's just so
it's just too much of a rotation right now. We just got to figure something out.
So listen. Trade idea. Marcell Ozuna to the Cincinnati Reds because they need a hitter for Chase Petty. Because they're not going to use Chase Petty. We can use him. He's major league ready. They need a DH because they just got rid of Candelario.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have Marcell Ozuna by September, August, and you get your DH of the future in Cincinnati. And the Braves get a mid-level starter in Chase Petty because, like, Chris Sale has 2 years max. Renato Lopez, we don't know what we're going to get out of him.
Him going down early really sucked.
Yeah, it really hindered us. Didier Fuentes, I don't know yet. Bryce Elder really has no business in the major leagues. Strider's still coming back. So, like, what are we doing?
I think Strider's going to hit his stride, but he's not there yet.
He's looking better.
He's
looking better.
And the biggest thing is I feel like he's been like I watch the games. I don't know what pitch selection is good or anything, but to me it looks like he hangs a lot of fastballs dead middle. Like, I think he's got to get him up. Is what
he's
I feel
getting
like.
His velo back.
Yes, he's starting to get up to 97 and 98,
which he was throwing 94, 95 to start the year, and that was bad.
It just feels like he's throwing meatballs down the middle, which I know a fastball has that fake rise where it's gonna where it looks like it's gonna be lower than it is. But I think you still got to get those fastballs up. I think you got to get them up higher in the zone.
I agree. I full-heartedly agree, and
the season's a wrap. I think for sure. I don't think postseason.
100%.
I don't think postseason's possible
in like 3 weeks, and I just hope it's a good game. Like, I don't care. I don't think we're gonna win.
What really sucks is that you look at the team on paper. That is a good team. That is a good baseball team.
Yes,
there's a good baseball team that just isn't producing. Ozzie Albies, he's been very mid. Austin Riley's been very hit or miss. The biggest thing I've seen with all hitters through 1 through 9 is just swinging at every breaking ball they see that goes outside of the zone. Every breaking ball I see, they're just out there swinging. And at some point, it comes down to, like, what is your hitting coach teaching you? Like, is he just not doing a thing? Or, like, it's just something where I just feel like it's the same. They're swinging at the same pitches every time.
What's crazy is we thought it was last year. Like what's his face? Our pitching coach from last year.
Yeah.
And it's got even worse. Like, it's just Michael Harris. And I saw something. It was Chipper Jones changing Michael Harris's swing. And Michael Harris has been terrible since. Honestly, Chipper Jones hasn't done anything for the franchise as a batting instructor. No. I mean, let's be like, I know this is a sore subject as Braves fans, because he's royalty, but like, let's be honest here. Whose swing has he changed?
Who has he helped? I mean, like, who has went to Chipper Jones and then came back and been better?
Exactly. Like, nobody.
Nobody.
Our pitching coaches are good.
Yeah.
But our hitting coaches,
I said, like the pitching hasn't been stellar, but with our four starting pitchers injured, what do you do?
We got a whole rotation down.
Like, I don't know. And Schwellenbach looks amazing. Eddie Smith-Shawver's gonna be good. Chris Sale, and then Ronaldo Lopez was pretty good last year.
AJ Smith-Shawver going down was gut wrenching. Yeah. Schwellenbach fracturing his elbow, because you look at Schwellenbach and you're like, I don't think Tommy John will be much of an issue for him. It hurts. It hurts. I saw that, and I think this can't be real.
From what I've been watching with Schwellenbach, he looks like he looks next up. I think he's going to end up being
he's going to be the ace.
Good.
We're going to have a good one.
Super good.
But we've got to have somebody to hit.
Yeah.
And I don't think Ozzie Albies is the answer at second base anymore.
I don't either. He's very iffy. Now I was a big thing of trading Profar since he couldn't play in the postseason, but now we're not going to be there. So
yeah, so there's no.
I think you keep Profar.
Since he came back.
He's been good. He's hit a home run from left and right.
He might be the answer in left field, but short term, let's turn to something that would make us all happier. College football is coming back in like 7 weekends.
College
26
starts. So excited.
College football 26 comes out Monday for early access. I have early access. I spent the extra $25.
Yeah, this guy's a loser. If you're watching this guy's a weird O.
Hey, I open the next 3 days. I'm grinding college football 26.
Oh, he is going off.
Yeah,
I
work
friend.
6:30 to 11 the next 3 days.
I have a friend that also doesn't have a life. His name's Jackson. He had to leave for band camp a few days after a few days, like I think like 2 days after it came out last year, and he had 24 hours on that game before he left for band camp.
That
Oh
is
my
crazy.
Yeah, he is a loser.
Hey, it's a good game. It's a good game.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's the best game EA's made in a long time.
It's so much better than Madden, which makes no sense because
and from what I've seen already, I've seen a few videos on 26. It looks even better.
It looks even better.
You start in high school. You start in high school.
You can import your high school stadium. You can import your high school. You can import your high school players. Well, obviously you have to make all that, but that is so cool. Like that's so cool.
I love it. And they've added so usually in football games you have inside linebacker, outside linebacker. Now you got Mike Will, Jack. You've got all that. I'm super excited to watch.
Wait, you can play like more than just quarterback, halfback, receiver, linebacker, and corner.
No, they kept it.
No, that's just for general gameplay.
Is it 5 or 6?
Okay.
I don't.
If you're like me and you play Dynasty, you can micromanage players in certain positions a lot more. Like you know how the Ravens did with Kyle Hamilton, right? They put him in a special role. You now have used to is free safety, and the slot corner. Now you have nickel, you have your jack, you have your star, Mike. So they've broken down the positions even more to a niche level that I like. Like you can kind of just nerd out.
They've done so much good with college football.
And
I love what they're doing. But I'm not complaining, but they could have done this forever ago. They could have started doing this forever ago.
This is the only reason why NIL started, because of the game. Yeah. Speaking of college football 26, we're getting a college basketball game now.
Oh,
I heard about that.
Yes.
It's coming out in 27, 28, and it's going to be so good.
And I really don't know what that's going to look like, in my opinion. I don't know what that's going to be.
I don't know what it's going to change.
It's it won't be much different than I don't know if you guys ever played. I haven't played recent 2Ks, but whenever I did, I played NBA 2K 26 or not 26, 16.
Does EA own 2K?
I don't think so.
No, it's under a different.
So it could be completely different
game.
Yeah, it could be completely.
But in 2K16, you start out in college.
Yes.
I know. No. 2K17 was the one I was thinking of. I know 2K18, you don't really get to go to college that much. But oh my gosh, guys, I just got absolutely blessed. Anyway,
bro.
Anyway,
where's mine?
And but 2K17, you started out and you could I remember I always went UConn, because I went to whenever I played that game, I was in elementary school and I went to the Huskies school. This is called the Huskies. So I was so happy. I was like, dude, it's my school. It's my school.
Yeah. I think they could do a lot of good with that too. I mean, I follow what you've done with college football. I mean,
I don't know how EA doesn't get Madden right?
I don't either, because it's just a bad game. It's a bad game. The way they built
college football 25 is they tore down Madden and rebuilt a whole new game, and everyone loves that game, loves it.
And then Madden's just so clunky. It's just
and you keep Madden when everyone hates it, but they love the gameplay of college football 26. I don't know how
change it. I mean, I wouldn't hate to it be the same exact engine, same animations. You're in the NFL.
In the NFL.
No one would hate that, I don't think.
Yeah, no, I would like it a lot more.
The game runs so much better.
So much better.
The improvements they've made. But to get off of this, because we went along on that, college football is starting back soon. Thank God.
I think we're in for a pretty nice year too. I'm excited.
Yeah, I think this year. I think both the NFL and college football is going to be amazing to watch this year.
Yeah, NFL. There's going to be so much parity because the SEC, you don't know who's going to win because Georgia doesn't have really a quarterback right now.
Yeah, Georgia and Alabama are not the two clear favorites. I think. Right now you have Texas. We'll just see what Arch Manning can do. I think. Which
but they dude, the way that people are portraying him is like he's the next god. It's crazy.
They already
it's there's already Heisman talks.
What's weird about it is that they are talking about him like he's already won a Heisman.
Yes,
they're talking about him like he's going to come in and they're talking about like he played minimal snaps last year. Yes, I think he's going to be good and he looked good, but they are already talking about him like he won the Heisman last year and he's going to come in and dominate this year. One team I don't like them, but I think LSU could end up being pretty good this year. I think Garrett Nussmeier is the real deal. If you want me to be
team
honest.
I could see being good this year. Ohio State again, Julian saying, but Michigan with
Yes, Bryce Underwood.
That brother is huge.
I think a very good sleeper team would be the Gators with that quarterback that they have.
DJ Lagway. I don't even know if people are sleeping on him though. I don't hear a lot about.
I hear good things about DJ Lagway, but I don't hear a lot about the Gators.
Which I mean, like you're not gonna be an SEC like championship contender with just DJ Lagway, because I don't know if he has the team around him to be able to do that. But if the pieces fall together, Florida's got a nice shot.
A team I think that's not going to be good this year, and this might be just biased. Tennessee. I mean, the Nico Emaliaza.
It's one of those things where like I don't know if they're going to necessarily be bad, but like they're still going to have an 8 or 9 win season. I think.
Yeah, like it's not going to be terrible like old Tennessee.
And no matter what, you have Faison Brandon coming in, which people have been saying. He's going to be like he looks really good, like in the camps and stuff.
Receivers. The issue is they can't recruit a receiver.
Yeah,
like he can't recruit a receiver.
I think this year the defense didn't get that much worse, and we got Mike Matthews, and we'll see what Boo Carter wants to do.
Boo Carter moving over.
We got David Sanders on the O-line. The O-line didn't get that bad. Jermod McCoy's probably the best corner in the nation.
Yeah,
he's definitely the fastest.
Lance Hurd is probably the best tackle, and
that's what I'm saying. Like I know you don't like Tennessee. I don't like Georgia that much either. But
I'll be honest about Tennessee. Like the past few years, Tennessee's been good, but I think I was one of the few Nico haters, and I think when he went up for his contract dispute, I think everyone then looked at Nico's stats and were like,
why would you want to be paid $4 million?
Exactly. Like he was overblown. Like we overhyped
Nico. But it's something where like obviously you're gonna say if my quarterback's good this year, then we may be good. But I think it's if Joey Aguilera can be good, I think we're gonna be really good. Yeah, and I think it comes down to him.
They've got one thing
that's really killed. Sorry, go ahead. I think one thing that really
Mike Matthews is going to end up being. I think Mike Matthews is going to be really good. I think he's going to have a good year.
I think one thing that killed college football is the 7-on-7 kind of thing. Because I know that's what Nico was really known for before.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, he's going to be really good. And then he came in and he had his few moments. Yeah. But like, he's like rolling out whenever there was like 10 seconds left on the thing and ran out the clock. That's something that's game awareness right there.
It's something with Nico where like you watch his raw tape. Whenever he makes the right read, he looks good. He's got good arm, like he's got good ball speed, stuff like that. It's just I don't think he was ready. And you give him this next year, I was really excited to see what he was going to do. I don't see him doing that much on UCLA. If you want me to be honest,
who's on UCLA? Like how?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why. Which I understand. Since you left Tennessee, going back over to California.
Home.
I understand
going home, but at the same time, like,
why would you leave Tennessee? I think, if you want me to be honest, I think Nico's there. Everything stays the same. Easy contender. I think Tennessee would have been stellar. I just don't know why you ask for more money and then get cut.
Well, especially the way the season ended. Like you played horrible against,
you played Ohio State, who ran through everybody. So like you're not. So like after that, you don't feel as bad.
But at the same time, you don't go asking for money after what you just did.
You don't ask. You don't ask for money when Dylan Sampson is the reason they won games.
Yes, they rode Dylan Sampson, and that brother deserved a lot more than he got.
Well, and the problem was like because if you want me to be honest with you, I think he's Heisman talks if you don't have Ashton
Nico, because Nico's on that team, and everyone's looking at Nico and giving him the credit. When the only reason why Nico's having an even average season is because Dylan Sampson is there. Dylan Sampson is harassing people.
He was so good. I think I'm excited to watch this running back class in the NFL. I think they're going to be crazy.
For sure. Kenchon Judkins.
God, dude.
I picked him up in fantasy.
You got Jinky, you got Judkins, you got Sampson, you got Amari Hampton.
Scatterboo in there.
Dude.
Scatterboo's going to be low-key gas for the Giants.
And that's why I picked him up in fantasy too.
Yeah, and you got him and
Tyrone Tracy.
Yeah, Tyrone Tracy paired up. They're pretty similar, but Scotty was just bigger.
And
it's going to be a good duo. It's going to be a good duo.
Do we think Cam Scotty is going to be the third down back? Do you think he's going to be the initial first down back?
Ooh,
I think he'll be a nice third down back because he's someone who can overpower you, but then he's someone who can go out and catch a pass.
Play receiver. I mean,
I think he's actually, if you want me to be honest with you, I think he's a perfect archetype for third down back. I think that's what you want. Yeah,
he's like a watered down Derrick Henry at that point.
Yeah, like I think it's
I think the difference for Cam Scatterboot is he can line up in the slot. Like
you can put him. You can
Arizona State.
You can put him out there as receiver.
When I first started watching Cam Scatterboot, I was like, "Why is this receiver playing running back?" And then I'm like, "Wait, why is this running back playing receiver?
Like why is he big? Why is he fast?
He kind of reminds me.
Why can he catch?
I know this is a crazy comparison, but he kind of reminds me of like that 2022 Deebo Samuel kind of play that he had out there, where he was out there where he could play either one.
I think he kind of reminds me of an Alvin Kamara too. I think.
Yeah.
But
Kamara didn't necessarily line up in slot or anything, but I mean one of the better receiving backs we've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I think if Alvin Kamara was more of like a beefcake, then you got Cam Scatterby right there.
Yeah.
I agree.
It's going to be, I think, hey, if you want me to be honest with you, I think I think Amarian Hampton could end up being the best back out of the class.
Amarian Hampton, I didn't understand who Amarian Hampton truly was until the combine, and I saw that brother working out, and I was like, no, that's a dog. That's a dog. That brother's good.
I think Ashton Jeanty is the answer. I think he's next up. He's going to be amazing.
Next Nick Chubb.
I think he's going to be amazing.
But the Raiders had a really good running back in Josh Jacobs. I know, but now they have Rock Bowers. That's a really good. He's definitely the future of the time.
The Raiders are setting up nice. I think
they're one quarterback away because I really don't think that. Who's their quarterback? Is it Geno Smith? I think that's a good 1-2 year quarterback, and then maybe just one, and then import or draft somebody, and then have them set behind him.
It's
kind of like how Aaron Rodgers did. They didn't draft a quarterback. Any noticeable ones anyway? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, because I know. Okay, so let's go down the list. Dylan Gabriel and Shadir Sanders went to the Browns.
Both with the Browns. Jackson Dart with the Giants.
The Giants. Give them 3 years. I'm telling you, I don't like the Giants at all because they. Oh my gosh, dude! The only team that Lamar's lost to in the NFC is not Jackson Dart. It's the Giants and the Eagles.
Yeah, it's a Daniel Jones.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, it kills me. The Daniel Jones Giants beat the Ravens. Never again in my life.
And Edith, the problem with Daniel Jones is he's going to beat Anthony Richardson out for the starting job at the Colts. He's better than
he's bound to.
If at that point, Anthony Richardson just needs to retire. Give an open competition with Daniel Jones and you get beat.
Be honest though. Who would you rather have played for you, Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson?
Daniel Jones.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I think
Richardson is so bad.
So bad.
Yeah, he's kind of
funny
there.
No, it's just something. It was just a miss. He wasn't. I'll go as far as say I don't even know if he was that good in college.
No, he wasn't.
People looked at him as
college. People looked at him like that's the next Cam Newton, Lamar. And I'm like, there's no Lamar, Cam Newton. I think Jalen Milroe, even before he stepped foot in college football, is already better than Anthony Richardson.
He was never it.
Yes. I think Jalen Milroe is going to be way closer to Cam. What is Lamar? Cam. Dude, holy crap, Cam Newton. There you go. He's gonna be,
brother.
I think he's going to be better. I think he's going to be close to Anthony Richardson was.
I hope Joe Milton get the chance because he's looked good in the
Joe Milton
in the
can't
few
throw
times
in the middle of the field. Joe Milton can only throw deep balls.
Okay, who's he playing for? Who did he get drafted?
Well, the thing is though is you go
Seattle.
You go to the NFL, you're going to get people. You're going to get even better coaches too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so the same goes for Anthony Richardson.
But he's okay. But let's think of Sam Darnold, literally the opposite of Jalen Milroe, and so you get to learn all that stuff.
Sam Darnold was pretty buns. He was pretty buns early.
Yeah.
Well, okay, but that's the New York Jets.
Okay, but he also didn't he also play for the Niners?
But he was a backup, so he never played.
Yeah, he didn't play much for the Niners.
Yeah, it's fair.
It's It's weird. I think Anthony Richardson sucks.
Milroe's going to suck.
Man,
Milroe might be the new Taysom Hill.
I don't see Milroe really playing much. If you want me to be honest, I don't.
No, not behind
he's a running
Donald.
quarterback early on in his career. I think you just put him down as a wildcat.
Yeah.
Kind of run the
one thing I'm like kind of sucks is like I don't think Hendon Hooker's ever gonna get a chance.
No, which really sucks because he's older.
Because we don't know what he could have done. Like we haven't seen anything.
And the whole reason why he was drafted to Detroit was because at the time no one expected anything from Jared Goff.
No,
so you draft him as the future, and then it just ends up happening that Jared Goff
is amazing.
That was crazy. And goes on this run. And
it kind of sucks because I don't know if he would have been good. Like he was obviously good in the 1 year. He played really good in college. He's kind of old, but he just doesn't get that chance.
Yeah, he never got it, and
which happens a lot. I mean, because if you want to be honest with you, I don't know if I don't know if Dylan Gabriel's going to get his chance. Like
I think he will. I honestly think he's going to be him OTAs. I know Kenny Pickett's out of it. I already seen that. Kenny Pickett's
getting cut.
Yeah, Kenny Pickett's already out of it.
Yeah,
Joe Flacco, I feel like Joe Flacco will play like the first year, at least the first 3 or 4 games.
I think Joe Flacco will stay on the team at least. I don't see them. No reason to get rid of him when you have 2 rookies who have a chance to be pretty good.
A guy that I'm worried that might not play a lot is Joe Milton because that brother does like full-heartedly.
Well, then again, he did single-handedly sell out the Patriots draft, but playing God tier the last game.
I mean, throwing rockets. I mean, pitching the ball to people and hitting tight windows. I mean, maybe he's the replacement to Dak Prescott.
I like that.
But he's a very iffy player. We don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but like the talent's there. Like that's somebody I look at and I'm like, dude,
that's someone you just got to get with a good coach. You gotta draft him and be like, I'm gonna put as many resources as I can into this dude.
He gives me poor man Josh Allen.
Yeah, and Josh Allen coming to the league, he was kind of bunned. Josh Allen was not good early on.
And he was put in a good system, but like his accuracy was not as bad as Milroe's. Milroe's accuracy is
it's something where like you can't really judge a quarterback super early. You can't.
That's true.
Like we gave Anthony Richardson like 3 years. How 3 years?
3 years. This is his third, right?
Yeah.
He came in with CJ Stroud, right?
Yeah. Yes. He's buns. Yeah. Anthony Richardson buns. CJ Stroud. I think a little overrated, but I like him.
I think it was just a sophomore slump year. I think it was just a sophomore slump year because his rookie year, I feel like he was definitely top 3 rookie seasons from a quarterback, at least in recent history. I could think of.
An incredible stat came out. The hit percentage that Patrick Mahomes had during the Super Bowl, CJ Stroud was getting hit more than that every game.
Yeah, and that's something.
Mahomes.
Yeah. That's something where, as a team, you got to look into like, was my quarterback playing bad because he's bad, or is my O-line just that bad?
Well, they just they retooled the whole entire offensive line, and I'm loving what they're doing with it. They brought in players that will fight for the position, and who wins is a dog. Whoever wins the positions at the offensive line are dogs.
And even then, even guys that do win it, like people that lose it, honestly, at that, if you're like a Bengal, like if you're like the Bengals, like front office, even the people that lose out in Texas for like the online, like I'd still, if I see them, I might grab a few.
The Bengals that franchise isn't real.
I just don't.
What is it, like 30% of their salary is?
If you want me to be honest with you, I think it's a weird take just because how bad the Bengals are. I think Joe Burrow is he's at least I think a top 3 quarterback in the league.
I
think it's Lamar, Allen, Burrow, and all those can be interchangeable depending on like what they're doing in the season.
Yeah, and it's just because Joe Burrow, because I think Joe Burrow has the talent to be the best quarterback in the league almost by far.
Yeah,
I think because he can move good enough, and he's so accurate and smart.
His wrist isn't 100% yet.
Yes, and
he just came out today. He's still hurting. But they've got to do something on the offensive line. They've got to fix the defense, and the Shamar Stewart thing is just getting outrageous at this point.
The whole team, other than quarterback and wide receiver, suck.
They've got to sell the team. You need a new owner and a new GM.
Yeah.
Lane said something about the Cowboys earlier. Do we think that George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb are going to work together? Because that's two players that complained a lot last year about not getting the ball enough.
Yeah.
Now that there's two, like, I won't say superstars on George Pickens, but superstar like receiver, and then
I think George Pickens has
a
superstar
very
ability.
good wide receiver too.
I don't think it works out because Dak Prescott is your guy, and you're going to ask Dak Prescott to push the ball downfield accurately. I just
he ain't gonna do that.
He's going to turn. Dak Prescott is one of the worst quarterbacks and overrated quarterbacks in NFL history.
Yeah, I feel like this is a hot take. I don't think I like speaking of overrated quarterbacks. I think not Jalen Hurts. I think Justin Herbert is a very good example of an overrated quarterback that really had like his pieces and just couldn't put it together. You had Mike Williams and Keenan Allen.
I think Justin Herbert has the talent. I just think he doesn't perform when he's supposed to. I don't think Dak Prescott even has the talent at sometimes. Like,
I don't think he has it. I don't think it's in him.
I don't either.
It's physically possible for Dak Prescott to win a playoff game when it's on him.
And I don't know how you go back and watch Dak Prescott film and think, let's sign this guy the highest contract of all time. The most expensive contract of all time.
I said this on the podcast when that was happening. You don't extend him. Don't extend him at all. Like, don't give him that money because you're going to hurt the franchise. And they just doesn't. In the first year of the deal, you watch what I said was going to happen, which is going to be he turns the ball over way too much. He's injury prone, and it just doesn't work out.
Yeah.
And there's no he's at his ceiling. Like, it's not like, he can get better. He's there. Like, what you got in Dak Prescott is what you're going to get.
It's what you're going to get. Yeah.
And I just.
All right. What do we think? This wasn't written down or anything for us to like talk about, but I feel like it's like a good point to hit since we were talking about NBA, like no clear favorites. I don't think there's any clear favorites for the NFL title either. I think the NFC is definitely a lot less talented than the AFC, but I feel like both sides are pretty stacked.
I bet it's gonna be the same Super Bowl. I bet it's gonna be Chiefs Eagles.
I really hope the Ravens make it, because if we don't make it this year, we're never making it. Like,
honestly, the Ravens are positioned with the Jair Alexander signing. I honestly think that they're positioned because the secondary can handle it now.
I think a big name's going to win it. I think the Bills are going to win it. I think the Ravens are going to win it. I think the Eagles are going to win it. I think the Chiefs are going to win it. One of those.
Yeah. Steelers definitely not going to win it.
I think the Lions. I think the Lions could put it back together and win it, but I don't know if they could after this year.
Yeah,
I think you got this year window. Also, I think Jahmyr Gibbs best back in the league this next year. Calling that
most likely.
I thought he was the best back. Like, honestly, like
Saquon
if he didn't share that backfield, I feel like he would have been the best this year.
Yeah, I think Saquon was the best player in the league. You got Jahmyr Gibbs, probably the best back in the league.
Yeah,
I seen this one thing where it was like, I talked to Lane about this.
Did they get rid of David Montgomery?
No. He tore his ACL.
Oh, so he probably won't be playing.
So he's going to miss half the season.
Yeah, I was talking to Lane about this. I think that honestly, like if they didn't force feed Saquon like they did, I think Derrick Henry and Jahmyr Gibbs both had better seasons than Saquon did. Like, I think with Derrick Henry, like what he like the touches that he got, how much he performed, and I don't know.
But like, you watch Saquon, he was crazy.
He did that. He did everything for them.
Doing was stupid.
But the thing is though, I'm not even kidding. Like, I don't even think I'm exaggerating that much. That's probably one of the best O-lines ever put together.
Oh, for sure.
On a football field. I think that's one of the best O-lines ever put together. And obviously, you're not going to throw a bad back there and still turn out good. And what you put Saquon with a good line, he's so flashy that you get one-on-one matchups, they're not taking him down.
It's over. And then you give him a great offensive line, it's just over.
Great O-line and great scheme. That's all you need.
I think out of everyone in the league, him and Jahmyr Gibbs, I think would benefit the most with a really good offensive line.
Yes. And
I think Derrick Henry is one of those who can benefit from a bad O-line. I think he's someone who can make that
not
a lot
now
better.
in his career. We saw his last year in Tennessee where that offensive line was terrible.
Yeah,
and he had his worst year of his career.
His worst year, yeah.
To
his standard, a bad season.
The Ravens,
still almost 1,000 yards.
The Ravens are doing all they can to reinforce that.
Yeah.
Which we did get rid of Morgan Moses, which sucks, but I think we picked somebody up actually, so I can take his spot.
Morgan Moses left 2 years ago.
Oh, well, okay, my bad.
Because he was at the Jets last year.
No, okay.
Sometimes I don't even know how you know these things.
That's like crazy. Like I was
you
a
just
Ravens
know every
fan,
every person in every league.
Yeah, dude, I've got a problem. If I don't make it in the thing, I'm not something went wrong.
Like you say Braves prospects are like 15 years old, and I'm like, how do you know that?
Hey, that kid throwing 103?
Going to throw 103. He's 16.
Brother's not 16.
Is he?
No.
He's walking a lot though. He's
That's
walking. He's got like 13 Ks and 13 walks. Last time I checked, like a week ago.
Trying to think of another thing to bring up.
There's not much else to hit, I would think.
Yeah, I think we've done all for today's episode.
I think next episode, I like making a big board for
the
NFL teams.
Yes,
I like that, and maybe not even like who's going to win the most, just maybe on paper who's got the best team.
Yeah, because the Ravens, their first 5 games, they've got 3 Super Bowl contenders in their first 5 games. It's wild.
The Giants have the hardest schedule in the league. How do you watch the Giants play football and you're like, let's give them the hardest schedule in the league? That's what we're gonna do.
They gave the Chiefs like one of the easiest.
One of the easiest.
Because the league force feeds KC down our mouths.
I'm telling you. The league is so like the Chiefs get babied. Like the Chiefs get called.
Oh, 100%.
Like I don't, and obviously,
why are we getting rid of the tush push?
Yeah,
I don't know why that was ever even proposed.
Like it's a QB sneak. It just happens to be really good from the Eagles.
People are trying to say that's not a football play. I think that is the definition of football. The definition of football is getting low, pushing people forward. That makes no sense.
Literally everything football's about.
Yeah. Having a QB that's willing to and strong enough to do that, because Jalen Hurts squats like
Jalen Hurts is huge.
I think the biggest ego boost of any team, for that matter, is watching your quarterback get out there and make plays himself.
Oh my gosh!
That's why having like Baker Mayfield on your team is such like
Baker.
I
love Baker Mayfield.
He used to get out and smack people.
Baker Mayfield fires up his team.
Baker Mayfield puts his team on his back, and he shows it. He shows you that like this is my team. I'm gonna win this game.
The Browns,
like even when he can't carry them, he's still like morally. You could tell. It's kind of how we were talking about fun teams earlier. Like he's just a fun player to watch.
Buccaneers are someone you're always going to want to watch.
The 2020 Browns was probably one of the most fun teams to watch.
Yes.
Because Baker Mayfield was balling. I mean, that brother was playing good. He just happened to have a bad 2021, and the Browns are like, like just gone. Deshaun Watson, I know you touch your masseuses. Come here.
I gotta say that Deshaun Watson fall off is probably one of the
needs to be studied. He goes from being an athletic quarterback to a guy that says, "I don't run the ball." Why?
He was so good. He was
literally RG3. Literally RG3.
Quarterback in the league good. It just falls off.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, I understand the off-field stuff, but like when you come back,
don't get worse. Cost you your athleticism.
Yeah, like
and I'm not meaning that, and like what he did was not serious, but like how do you
like that shouldn't have affected his ability to play
on-field play.
Like when you come back, if you want me to be honest, you should come back better. You should be fired up that you're back in the league. Come back and play better.
Well, and he got a mulligan for what he did, and he still sucked. Like it was just like, hey, I got off on sexual assault 30 times. I'm going. I'm just going.
If you want me to be honest, I think he got his money and he just didn't care. I think
fully guaranteed deal killed it.
Yeah.
Speaking of players that are coming back, I read this thing where Henry Ruggs is eligible to come back for the 2026 season.
I heard about that.
And do we think he comes back though?
No, because it took Hunter Renfrow so long to come back, and Hunter Renfrow's a really good slot receiver.
I'm so sad Hunter Renfrow never played football.
He's back.
Who's he? What happened to him?
No one just wanted to sign him.
Like, did nobody want him?
That's crazy.
So weird.
He's on the Panthers right now.
That's just so weird to me.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I gotta say, I would if we made a poll for the most underrated player in football, Adam Thielen. I think it's Adam Thielen.
Yeah,
Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, but
Adam Thielen's old now.
Same idea.
Yeah, for sure. Him, Baker Mayfield's a big one. I think that Jordan Love's another big one. I don't think he's criminally underrated, but I do think that he's
some
a little
hate
underrated.
that he doesn't deserve.
Yeah. Oh, he doesn't have a really good team. Like
he doesn't have a good. It's not even necessarily team. It's receivers. He has nobody.
Yeah, Jaden Reed's good for like.
Yeah, Jaden Reed is not. Jaden Reed is not a 1. Ever.
He's a 2. He's a good 2.
No, he's a really good 2.
Like Romeo Dobbs.
Just cut Romeo Dobbs. Cut him. I'm so tired of Romeo Dobbs.
Christian Watson not being good, like, really surprised me.
Well,
it hurts me in my soul.
And Tucker Kraft.
It hurts me in my soul knowing that
Tucker
Kraft's a big one too. But I miss Devontae Adams on the Packers, man.
It just doesn't feel right that he's not there.
What Devontae Adams did with his career has been I have not liked it. It's been very weird.
I think it may have cost him a Hall of Fame career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Devontae Adams is the NFL Kawhi Leonard. I think that's a very good comparison.
I feel like he
had such a good career going.
I don't hate that either.
I think Cooper Kupp is the NFL version of Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, I do. Because finals and I like that too. That's a very good comparison.
Cooper Kupp kind of just.
But injuries have killed Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
And, like, Cooper Kupp's going to get force fed the ball because, like, who else is going to? Well, JSN is up there in Seattle, but like
JSN's still a dog. I like. Let's not look over JSN.
I think JSN will have one of the better receiver seasons this year.
Of course,
of his career for sure.
He's
Cooper Kupp. I mean, he probably could have gone down as a top 10 receiver all time. If
you want me to be honest, Puka Nacua could win Offensive Player of the Year this year. With Cooper Kupp out of there, you're all on him. If he doesn't get hurt,
Devontae Smith's there too now.
Devontae Adams.
No, Devontae Smith, Devontae Adams.
Okay, Devontae Adams.
Yeah.
Still though, Devontae Adams isn't someone you force feed. Puka Nacua is someone where you need yards, you snap the ball and give it to him somehow.
Just hand it to him.
The ball in his hands. And you don't see receivers like that. Like that, he's a guy where he's like, you need yards, give me the football anywhere on the field.
Yeah.
He kind of reminds me of like a Calvin Johnson kind of thing. Like obviously with different ways,
different archetypes, sort of.
But still, if you need somebody to lob it up, like how Tyreek Hill was. If you need yards,
like you needed yards, Tyreek Hill just run straight.
Yeah, or just like a check down, or like for that matter, just on a comeback or something like that. Hit him. He'll definitely break the first tackle because Tyreek Hill was easily one of the shiftiest players I've ever seen in my life.
Don't get me started.
I think one of the more underrated players too is Jalen Waddle. I think Jalen Waddle is really good.
Don't get me started on the Dolphins.
He hates the Dolphins.
What that team's just not real anymore.
No, I'm just saying. Jalen
Waddle had a little run though.
Like, why is Johnny Smith involved in that Jalen Ramsey deal?
Yeah,
Your offense is so bad, and you need weapons, and you have one of the better tight ends in the league, and you
get rid of Johnny Smith and go get Darren Waller,
who hasn't played in years.
I forgot he unretired for that, dude. Dude, Darren Waller. I remember whenever there was a talk when he was top 3 in the league, man, like 4 years ago. Like when they were like, he was crazy. Like Darren Waller, dude. There's people that are like, there's some people that don't even know he played for the Ravens. Then he got drafted by the Ravens. Like it's crazy because all he's known for is his Raiders.
He hasn't had a 1,000-yard season since 2020.
Yeah, he's been.
He followed that up with 3 awful years. And you're going to tell me now, at 33, he's going to be a number 1 tight end. Like,
it's also not even that. Who is just not good.
No.
Tua needs to retire. Tua needs to retire before he dies on that field, man. I don't even hate Tua.
I'm on the Tua hate train, but I just don't think he's good.
I'm tired of Tua. I've had enough of Tua force feeding down my throat about being Tua is good. Tua is not good. Tua is not like. Let's stop pitying the man because he's almost died. Like,
that's what I'm saying. I'm like the glaze that they do to him is almost more than DeMar Hamlin. That guy legit died on the field, bro. Like it's like
that
DeMar
brother
Hamlin
did not breathe. And DeMar Hamlin became one of the better safeties in this league this year.
Yeah, he started last year and he was not bad at
on the
all.
Bills.
Yeah, he wasn't bad. No, I remember he had a few. I mean, he did. I mean, his KD ratio is 1.
Like, on the Bills,
I think.
Like, yeah, I mean, he died, and he also like basically killed somebody else out there.
Bro,
but, like
whenever he got hurt, I was in my fantasy championship. I think I had. They were playing Cincinnati. I think who I was playing had Joe Burrow. I don't know who I had on the Bills, but they suspended play, and so we split the money. I was so mad. I was so mad.
DeMar Hamlin had 2 picks last year.
It was in the championship, and we had 2 players, one on each team, and they suspended play because DeMar Hamlin had to die.
Okay, I'm looking at this now. DeMar Hamlin has been comeback player of the year voting 3 times straight.
That's like
really?
I understand hey, crazy, he died and all that. Joe Flacco. Let's not forget how Joe Flacco literally came from like basically death on his couch, like literally rotting away.
Like while he was sitting on his couch, he's like, "I'm gonna play some football."
He fell asleep. His bedtime was 8:00.
That's crazy.
Listen, dude, and that's not even that bad. I fall asleep at 8:00, but that guy's like, dude, that guy's
We're not going out to play NFL football.
Yeah, he's the second oldest quarterback in the league, behind Aaron Rodgers. Speaking of, we'll get to Aaron Rodgers in a second because I got horse, but still,
I don't know if I get it there,
bro. And he's a Steelers now, and I'm a Ravens fan. I can't wait to watch him get eaten up by Trey Hendricks. If they sign him, first of all, Trey Hendricks back. Second of all, I was getting eaten up by Trey Hendricks, Justin BK, TJ. No, he's on. Never mind. He's on the Steelers. Myles Garrett. I can't wait for him to get eaten up by all those guys. It's gonna be the most amazing thing of all time.
What makes me so sad about Aaron Rodgers is that I think he's one of the best. I think he's the best quarterback talent to ever play the game, but he's just been like all the off-field stuff has just been so bad, and he's just never performed.
So overrated.
I think skill-wise, he's one of the best I've ever seen.
Yes, I think him and Drew Brees are definitely like the best.
Yeah, okay, now for sure. Drew Brees, I think, is the most underrated player to ever play the game.
Oh, for sure.
That is a take I will stand and die on. Drew Brees is the most underrated player to ever play this game.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Aaron Rodgers is a dick of an individual.
Oh, yeah, terrible.
He single-handedly canned the Jets rebuild. And now he's going, okay, explain to me. You're going to have Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf. I feel like I'm missing somebody else on that team that's got a big personality.
TJ Watt.
TJ. Oh, and what's his face, the head coach?
Mike Tomlin.
Mike Tomlin. All in the same locker room, and you're going to tell me that's going to work out?
Yeah, dude, imagine if George Pickens did. That'd be insane.
I wish he did just for
that would be crazy. That would actually have been crazy.
They're going to be so bad. They're going to be.
I can't wait, dude. The Steelers jump. I hope they don't go over 500 this year.
And they'll be.
I hope so.
They'll be 9-8 again somehow.
Dude, they'll start out 6-3. And then Mike Tomlin will hit that. Yeah, they'll hit that 9 win.
He'll hit that 9 wins.
Never
like,
win
we're
again.
Good, boys. He's like,
we're good, dude.
Time to start sucking.
Honestly, they may go 8-1. They may find a way to do it.
All right, bro. I'm so sick of that, man.
Yeah,
him everywhere.
Rodgers.
No, all of the Steelers organization, dude.
He probably just hates.
They all just suck.
Cam Hayward.
I do.
Cam Hayward is top 10 individuals in NFL history.
Oh, I love Cam Hayward.
If he's still this good, this old, this far into his career.
Yeah.
Let's give this man his flowers.
That's what I'm saying, dude. He's a good guy. But every other player on that team needs to find somewhere else.
Why is TJ Watt holding out?
Is he holding out?
That got the ball,
yes.
actually.
Like, why are you holding out? Dude?
What's your hate against TJ Watt?
Yeah, well, he wants more money. Okay, I said this earlier to Bryson because we were talking about this earlier. There has not been a player in NFL history that has held out and missed games who has come back and looked good.
Yeah. Like Jonathan Taylor, all them. It's like wild. Like wild.
Le'Veon Bell missed a year and ended his career.
That's so sad. Watching Le'Veon Bell highlights
in his prime and just decides I'm not playing football.
Watching Le'Veon Bell, how patient he was. You're in the middle of the pocket and he's standing still.
Yeah,
and finds the hole. It is the most beautiful football I've ever watched.
He's so calm. He's so calm. He's like if you take the cool of Cam Ward and put it in a running back, there you go.
Like he'd take the handoff and he would kind of just sit and he would just look. It's so incredible because I've never seen anyone else do that. I've never seen anyone like him.
This footwork, okay. James Cook, right? Georgia Bulldog, love him. Think he's one of the better running backs in the league. Why are we sitting out? Why are we not playing? Like, I get it, injuries are a thing, but like, you're not.
But it's also something. It's also something as a Bills organization, you're thinking, do we need James Cook to win games? I don't think so.
I
think if you're the Bills, you don't need James Cook to win games.
Now, the immersion of Ray Davis last year, kind of hurt his stock because you're like, well, Ray Davis is still a dog. Like, we have Ray Davis and Tyler Johnson,
and you have the second best running quarterback in the league, the best downhill running quarterback,
and you've got a pretty darn good offensive line. Deion Dawkins is one of the most underrated offensive tackles in football.
And I think Keon Coleman is as much as I hate the Bills.
I think he could have a breakout year too.
As much as I hate the Bills because go ahead.
I liked what Keon Coleman did last year. I think he looked pretty good whenever he played.
Yeah, as much as I hate the Bills because obviously they put out my team. They put out the Ravens. I hate everybody in the AFC because they all suck. Let's be honest here. I hate them all. I hate them all. But I want Keon Coleman to break out. I want Aaron Rodgers to die, and I want
it's like when Luke said
Cam Ward to be good. Like Cam Ward, I want him to be good. I want him to be really good.
I do. I want Cam Ward to be. The Titans deserve something. I mean, give them something.
They haven't had nothing since Marcus Mariota. The only thing he ever did was catch his own pass.
Well, the last thing they had was 2021 Ryan Tannehill, and
Lord,
and even that was heartbreak.
No. I mean, they put us out, so I mean, they're doing something right.
That was crazy year.
I know this is NBA, but can we talk about someone that we want to do good? VJ Edgecombe.
Dude, yes. I hope he is a superstar.
That brother's got he had no power for 7 years.
And I hope Ace Bailey out of the league in 3 years.
Sucks. Like what he's doing, like I said this on last week's episode. Ace Bailey, you're going to Utah, you can do whatever you want. Like
for real. I don't even know if
the fan base hates because the fan base is racist, but you can do whatever in the world you want.
If I'm an all-time talent, I'm not that mad about going to a bad team. I mean, like if you're the fifth overall pick, was he fifth overall?
Yeah, fifth.
I'm not going to be mad anywhere I go.
No. And complete honesty there, like if I'm even eligible for the draft, I don't care where I'm going. But even then, like like people that are like generational talents. I'm talking like Cooper Flagg and people like that. If I can go to a team that's not good and I can go out there and I can show out and just prove my worth.
Or even if I can get a team to start trying to build around me, like I feel like I've made it. I feel like I've made it.
And BJ Edgecombe, and I think it's just a great story, and I think it shows how NIL hasn't ruined the human part of sports.
And it's something where VJ Edgecombe, it's like he's gonna try so hard.
The motor's gonna be there because it means something to him.
And whenever you already have as much talent as he does, it feels like it's a guarantee he's gonna be good. Obviously, it's not, but it feels that way.
Did you watch him last night at Summer League?
28.
Brother was hooping.
He was hooping, and Ace Bailey sucks.
Yeah, which is outrageous. Like you're in Summer League and you score 8 points. Yeah, what are we doing?
3 for 13, I think he was.
Like, what is happening?
Embarrassing.
But
this has been almost 2. I think we're pushing.
It is 10:10 right now.
We're pushing.
I gotta be up at 5:30 for work, so
I have to be up for 5:40 at work too. But before we end this episode, I just want to point out that the whole state of Louisiana just needs to just quit every sport for that matter.
All they have all they have is LSU.
Yeah, that's all they have. All they have is Livy Dunn, bro. I swear. They have Livy Dunn.
Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens.
Yeah. Well, he's out. He's out of there. So
that's what I'm saying.
Matters.
Cade Anderson, dog. Cade Anderson's a dog.
Cade Anderson, is a dog.
Like you have Chris Olave and you have Chris Olave and you have Livy Dunn. That's the only thing holding LSU together.
Chris Olave can't even
crawfish. And crawfish. That's all you have.
Yeah, Chris Olave. I don't even know if he knows he's in Louisiana anymore.
If Iraq was to attack our country, bro, I'm saying that Louisiana's the
right there.
only
Go
part
right to Louisiana.
Right there. Go blow them up.
Go to the boot.
That's what I'm saying.
Go to the boot.
The boot. Yeah. No, dude, that's Italy down there, man. Let's go get that one. That one right there.
Swear.
Gosh, dude. But yeah, I agree with Talon. It is 10-12.
We're pushing it.
Yeah.
I have to be up at work in 5 hours. No, not 5.
7
hours.
I gotta be at the golf course at 5.
In the morning?
Yes, bro. I gotta wake up at
like
2.
It's golfing that early.
We actually there's a tournament tomorrow, so we gotta go in. Okay. We gotta go in and lock in. We gotta lock in.
No, I gotta be up at 5:30 because I gotta work at 7. I feel bad for you, man. You gotta be up at like 4.
Yeah, but I'll see y'all next week. So
yes, sir.
Hey, it was fun being on this podcast. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was good. That was a good one.
Bryson, we might need to have you on there more